Alright, did I hit record? Yes. So that's fun talking to a camera that's not running. Welcome back to the shed quarters. I'm Jeff and, well, in today's video we're going to have a go at bead rolling. Now, I bought the bead roller, I used it for about 30 minutes and managed to make a floor pan panel. Not perfect, but I've only got 30 minutes experience at this point. So I bought a few extra dies and I thought I'd give them a go. Now my shed's not very big, so everything needs to be, well, portable. And now we're ready to work. Now I've got some great big radius edging dies, about 4 different sizes of those, little tipping dies, got all sorts of stuff. Brand new, but there's a drop of moisture in there and it's rusted. So first thing I'm going to do with these, which is the same thing I do every time I finish using them, Mighty Mods WD-40. Now, spraying them all with WD-40 makes them smell marvellous, but also stops the fingerprints from rusting them. So, like I said, this one has a bit of rust in there, so I'm going to have to clean that up, even though I've only just opened the packet. Now, I've got my T-handle, very handy thing to have, makes it lots easier to change dies. So, first up I'm going to have a go with these ones. Now these are a shearing die, so you put them on and basically rolls along, cuts the sheet metal. So I'll put them on and we'll start cutting. So you want these set up, bring it down until the two dies are overlapping, and this bead roller allows me to line them up so they want to be overlapping each other and touching, and then when the sheet metal goes through it should just cut right on that line. So let's start cutting. Alright, I've got a few test pieces now. These are 300 by 150. I'm just going to see what sort of shapes I can make. So I'm trying to make some guards for the cubman. So, see what happens. First up, I think I'm going to try some of these big radius edge dies just to see how that goes. If that turns out okay, then we can also try this radius die with the skateboard wheel, as they call them. So we'll start off with the radius dies. I'm going to start by just doing both sides, clamp it down, do them again, clamp it down, see what happens. It's got nice radius edges. Thing is, now we need it to go this way, so got to do some shrinking on the edge, I think. So we'll go find the shrinker. Now, I only want to grab just the very edge of this. So when I put it in, I don't quite want to be going to that ridge there. So if I keep both sides like that, now you can see, shrinking it down, putting a curve in it. The other side that was still straight didn't enjoy that much. So I got to do one side then the other. Looking pretty good. You can see that it's actually pulled a lot more radius in than what it started with, so I'll go do another lap up each side. That's probably going to be close enough. I might check it first. Definitely needs another lap up each side. I might have done a bit too much shrinking on that last one, but that's why we got the stretcher as well, so we'll see how that looks. Alrighty, so I've been through and done a few test pieces with different dies to see what works, what doesn't. First one, nice enough. I made one with a square edge on one side and a radius on the other, and yeah, I did one mistake, so I've got a bit of a dent right round. It's all learning. So put them aside. Now, this one came up fairly nice. I've not finished yet. I've got to go over it again and use one of these other dies to smooth out this edge after I shrunk it. But that actually looks like it's pretty good. It is a bit misshapen at the end, but I do have to cut it down to size. That went pretty well, but then I thought, well, what happens if I use a curve and put that slight edge on it and then can put it inside like that? I've kind of got a bit of a round edge mini tub. So what I'm going to do is weld these two pieces together, just a seam weld, probably minimal filler. And then I'm going to put this through the planishing hammer just to see how nice I can actually get it, whether I can get it into a nice radius. And if I can do that, then, well, that would be a nice little trick to have learned. So, TIG time. It's looking alright. A little bit rough, but a bit of penetration most of the way around, so that'll have to do. Alright, so this is my cheap little planishing hammer. Now, it's just basically a pneumatic chisel that vibrates up and down onto this piece here that is an anvil. Now, it's got a radius top on it, and that radius basically is very similar to the radius that we want in here. So we basically put the piece in there and run it backwards and forwards while this hammers it to the shape of the anvil. So once the piece is in there, we rotate this handle around and it pushes this up harder, and that varies how hard it's actually hitting on the sheet. So this is going to get very noisy, and well, yeah, Don't know how the audio is going to go. There's always time for lube. That has come up really nice. There's a beautiful radius all the way around compared to what I started with there. That's amazing. Alright, so spent a bit more time on the machine, and well, I'm really impressed with what I've managed to do here. So I've been through with the planishing hammer and finished that off, and that is a really nice piece. Now that would be a wheel tub to go inside a car so you can put bigger tyres on it, and well, I'm really impressed with that. So yeah, personally I would like to get some smaller anvils, so a tighter radius, so then I can do the edges of these as well, because I wasn't able to get a nice finish on the edge of these just yet. So if I get a lathe, then I can make a new anvil, and yeah, then I'll be able to put a better finish on these. But these will be good for now. Now I've made a pair of them. I've made a template so that I can put it in there and make sure that both sides are the same. Really handy when you're using the stretcher shrinker, so you can see exactly what part needs to move. But yeah, I've got a pair of them. I just need to tidy up the edges a bit of sanding, and they will be good to go. I'll fit these onto the cubman, and then that build is nearly finished. I'll show you. Alright, so this is the cubman. It's got a 125, 3-speed forward, reverse. It's got full lighting. So pretty much a miniature car. Now these are the guards that go on the front. You've got this little flat section on the back where the mud flap would go. I've got to trim the corners up. But basically I've just got to put some arms that come from here down to the steering. And yeah, mount these up and then paint them. Haven't decided if I want yellow or black. But if they go black, then my wife will never stop calling this Brum. Hell of a lot faster than Brum though. So, make them all to go on the back. Square edge to bolt onto the bodywork here, and radius edge on the outside. But yeah, should be fun. Another project for another time. And yeah, as always, customise everything. Sneak peek. Yep, it's a lot of fun.